Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the second episode of The Conversation. To the left of me, I have nobody other than Malik Rashad Man-Sears, aka the Slay King, aka the GOAT, aka the CEO. Don't play with me. Yes.
Government name is crazy, by the way.
Say what?
Government name is crazy, by the way.
Yes, we gotta let her know who you is.
Not the whole thing.
They got
Anyway,
it. All right, before we start, we gotta take these shots. You might want to switch them out though,
why?
because that's Casamigo with that.
Thank you. I don't want that.
Right. So,
Him. I'm just playing. I don't know. Different things. I mean, I don't just have one title. I'm me, honestly. I that's the best answer I can really give. I'm me.
you.
Because we'll be here all day.
I know that's right. So, straight out of high school, you became a hairstylist. Yes, you was doing hair in school, but when I say straight out of high school, I mean you didn't have an extra job. You've been doing hair since that's it.
But I was doing hair in school.
Yes.
Whole high school. We started there. You can't say fresh out. Fresh out means I wasn't doing hair then. I was already doing it.
Right, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So what inspired you to actually start doing hair? Who was your inspiration?
I would definitely say my mama, period. I used to just watch her do her own hair, and my brother, uncle, she used to braid his hair all the time. I don't even know. I really don't know like what made me actually start. Well, yes, I do. I don't know. My little cousins, Maya and Sierra, they used to really then they got their hair done not like that. I got tired of looking at it, so I just started playing in their head and then went from there.
So Maya never here made you start doing hair.
Sierra, actually.
That's right. So doing hair has made you very well known. So what are the pros and cons with coming into the hair game so young?
Well, honestly, for me, I don't know. I've always been like kind of confident, but not confident, if that makes sense. I always had this thing. I never cared who said what about me, who felt like that about me. So for me, I was in it just doing it. And of course, there's a lot of hairstylist drama unnecessary. There are styles that make you feel like it's an issue, but it's them. I've had that with a lot of them. I'm talking about I've never met one lady deleted me as a friend and blocked me, all because people were coming in my name up under a status. Mind you, I didn't say nothing to her or anything. Everybody was coming in my stuff and me, but not her. I think either she coming herself or one person did, and she just got up on there with it, posting her work. I never said nothing. I think I ended up saying, thank y'all or whatever, something. And next thing you know, I was deleted and then blocked. And I never understood like what was that about, but it didn't matter. But did have those type of things happening, like people put me in different stuff, thinking that it's a competition, and I feel like we supposed to be together. So
Well, I feel like the hair game is very competitive.
for no reason.
Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be the GOAT. Everybody wants to be that head honcho. And so it's kind of like any work field. It's always going to be a little drama out there. So that's what comes with the field. So when you first started doing hair, you was also experimenting with hair on yourself. Well, you did, because you started off with the yarn plaits, and then you eventually graduated into a full-fledged wig. So at first you said you didn't really have the confidence. So what gave you that confidence to be like, you know what, I'm finna scrape my own stuff?
Honestly, I would honestly say that was Cantrell doing. I don't know, he kind of, at first, like, I was against it. I wasn't doing none of that. Then I met his alter ego. And when I got comfortable with it, he kind of gave me like, I think you should try it. If you don't like it, however. So, I gave it some thought and I tried it out. I mean, it was straight. And it went from there.
We took it and we ran with it. Oh, no, that's right. So in the midst of you wearing hair, you started doing your own hair. So was it going from wearing weed to more like maybe people was asking you, where did you get your hair from? Which made you get the idea, hey, people keep asking me where I get my hair from, and I need to start selling my own. That's what it was. I know that's right, because baby, you went to slanging weed like you was slanging crack on the street. I was like,
yeah, a lot of people know me from doing dancing as well. But doing hair, I've met a lot of people. And for me, if you want to get behind something, get behind it. If you want to do hair, you want to sell hair, get behind it. Don't just do something and not get behind it, because you could do something, but you got to get behind it too. And if you get behind it, that means you're going to stay on it. So for me, I was like, if I'm going to wear hair, I might as well. And I would have said I'm already trying to tell everybody want to feel my hair. They like how my hair flowing. I was in the third, especially when I'm dancing or something. I can tell you, I got. It's from me. It's from my collection, and I sell it. You want something, basically. That was my whole thing with that. That's how I started selling hair, and even still to this day. I mean, I don't wear wigs like that every blue moon, but anytime you see me in hair, it's my collection. Nobody else stuff unless say Malik, I want you to wear this for me, rate it and stuff like that. That's the only way I do that. But other than that, whatever I have on my head is from me.
What's your collection?
I cried your baby bundles.
All right. What you said, you mentioned dancing. A lot of people don't know that dancing really got us back on speaking terms. I want to let, because a lot of people don't know that me and you didn't get along. We did not get along at all. He didn't like me. I didn't like him. I wanted to catch Malik in the bathroom. So 2000, ooh, I don't even want to say the year. 2000, a friend of ours at that time. So lead us to how you went from, we went from hip hop dancing, majorette, trail riding. Baby, you have been on it. So give me a breakdown of how you transitioned from all three of those.
Well, dancing has always been a thing for me. I've danced since I was a child. Like, I'm talking about little, like, they got baby pictures of me dancing. Baby, I love everything about dance. That's my first love, dance. But I never just went too deep in it. Like, when I do it, you can tell I love to dance. My mama knocking.
Angela.
Basically, with it being my first love, I've danced for a long time. And I came from the Beam Eye, Wu-Tang, Batman, Superman, all of that. Crack That Yank with Rico. That's where I started from. That's me. That's home. So going from that and hip hop dancing, it was kind of different to go from that to majorette. Majorette was like, oh no.
Majorette was that girl.
Then
No.
for me,
Majorette was that girl.
then, but not for me now. It's still fun, but it's not, that for me. Hip hop, like going from hip hop to majorette was like so different because it's like, I don't know. It just was different. Like it's something you got to be way more precise with. Like you be, precise with hip hop dancing, but it's still adding their own flavor. So for me, majorette was like a structure type thing, but I was still able to add my own flavor to it. So even when I majorette, it's gonna give something different. Anybody, we all could be doing the exact same thing, but some kind of way I'm different. I'm gonna call it extra. I just make the dance. I just own the dance. Let me just say that I'm gonna own it.
Yeah, he gonna make it his.
So leaving majorette, like honestly,
leaving majorette was like, it was heartbreaking. When we stopped majorette, I was heartbroken. Majorette was just so like,
that's for you.
It brought it brought us together.
Did it?
It did. Think about it.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Think about it. Because from high school, we did hip hop straight into majorette, and that's when we became friends. So, like I said, majorette brought us together.
Yeah, I can say that because no matter if we were out, if somebody was into it with whoever, even if I was into it with everybody and only good with one person, somebody started dancing. We all right there, and I was always the tail. By the way. I was always the tail. So leaving majorette, like I ain't gonna hold you. I enjoyed it. From the club battles to the battles at the dance
what's the girl? Shout out to Tallahassee.
I'm talking about. I enjoyed the club battle. I enjoyed the majorette timing. I did. I ain't gonna hold you because the battles. I feel like I got my rocks off. I feel like
we caught the club scene right at the right time.
Yeah, we did because we was literally just learning, and then when we realized that they doing this at club, it's over with. Like what? But honestly, I don't want to say that we were behind, but it was like we was catching everything at the right time.
Yeah, we caught it right when it caught its hype.
Yeah, we didn't know none of this was happening. The whole time we just learned how to do it, just to really do it. Then we going to the
first encounter.
Thank you. We were. And to actually go to a club and see this, it's like, oh, we gotta work a little harder. Yeah. Because these hoes come with it. It was very childish, very basic. But we still, even with those basic, we still ate, and it was still giving like the crowd love what we was giving because we gave energy and we gave it everything we could give it at the time. But when we got a whiff of what they was really giving,
sometimes we going to club dancing the night.
Yeah. But after that, It was like, okay, so now we know what we need to do.
We finna give y'all bitches
Baby,
a work.
almost
Give y'all a workout.
every other night. Y'all, we gotta practice. We gotta make these dances. We gotta make these counts. We gotta do this, whatever, cause may be, blah blah blah. But that was an amazing thing in the friendship circle. Love that, and do not step to us, cause you step to us, you finna get everything we're gonna give you, and we're gonna hug you at the end.
Hey, let you know you lost too.
$5, you lost. That was something I did enjoy. To go from majorette to line dancing, which I already line danced anyway. I just didn't do everything that.
I got a serious question. How, where, when did trail riding become so popular? Like, it's just like it just blew up overnight for me.
It really been a thing. It really been a thing. We just ain't been going. Like, we started, I'm gonna say last year. What's the last year?
You start trickling in.
I gotta go to the picture. I gotta go to the picture. That's gonna tell me exactly when we started. Cause we wore the blue and
No, I'm not talking about the group. You.
What?
You started going to trail rides before you started the group.
I know, but I'm saying trail rides were like they've been a thing.
Wow.
Like my first trail ride I went to was last year in May. Last year in May 17, 2025.
So with the trail ride has become like a really big part of your life, and you are really a part of the in crowd of trail riding. So how did you get there? Like, because when I go back and I look at some of the videos and I look at some of the views and some of the comments, and I know that some of these creators are like really big creators, and you are on your way to really be part of that really big creators in that field.
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, it just happened overnight. Like, and even like for me, I don't. How can I put it? I mean, I see it. I mean, I see the followers, but what people think of me, I don't think of me right now. Like, I feel like I could be, I could be somewhere else. As soon as I go somewhere, people, well, when I do go, they do know who I am.
Right, but that's a big thing. Sometimes the events have 30 to 40,000 people out there, and they know Malik. They know the CEO. That's not something you just say, oh, that's a pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm not that.
I told you about that.
I'm not that like. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like how some people, if they had like the followers and stuff I had, they would be throwing it up and all of that and third. That's not me.
Sometimes it's okay to be Nicki Minaj. Sometimes if you ain't gonna shout yourself out, the next
yeah, but it ain't something I'm finna just because I just feel like those people is when they get there they don't know how to handle it, and when they get there they show exactly why there is certain people that shouldn't be famous or popular, because there are plenty that whatever. But for me, it really happened overnight. My videos blew up on TikTok. I posted a video, it blew up. I posted another one, and that blew up as well. And a dance creator, her name Aaliyah, she did Stick and Roll. Yes, that's my girl, by the way. I met her in South Carolina. And mind you, while we in South Carolina, we showed out. When we got on social media, we seen us everywhere. Like everywhere. So after one night in South Carolina, we went to the store where content creators were making content. And she was there. So she met our baby girl, Sassy K. And she was like, oh my God, I love her. I want to dance right beside her. So we all, we danced to this and the third. So as we made the video, and she found out, like after we left South Carolina, I get a message from her. And she was like, wait, this you? She was like, you mean to tell me I done met you and I didn't realize that this was you? She was like, you said you love me. No, I love you. And I was like, that's crazy. And that was happening that whole weekend. People was like, when they realized who I was, it was like, I shared this video. This one lady, she had like 400 something followers or something like that. And she was like, she went on TikTok and she was like, look, I already had this like favorite and shared. I know that's right. She was like, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, that's me. And it just stuff like that been happening, because when I go to trail rides, I don't have to do all that. Make it known I'm here. Tell everybody I'm here. No, because it's a big thing.
Let that dancer gonna let you know he here.
When you see me in that field, you gonna know I'm there. The announcement is made or not, when I dance, when I'm on that field, or wherever, you gonna know I'm there. because when I'm dancing, like it's a different thing. Like I don't know, like trip doing line dances.
So when it comes to trail riding, you have started TSG, which is the Stepping Goats. So I'll make you play a little devil addict right here. Out of your members, who is your most favorite dancer? And you cannot say Sassy K, and you cannot say Sparkle, and you cannot say Zach.
What?
Yeah, those three I know you're gonna hit off the bat.
Why I can't say?
Because they are already, well, Sassy K is already a fan favorite, and Zach is as well.
But
I want to know your favorite. Who have gave you the most improvement besides those two? Because that is going to be, those are obvious. If anybody pays attention to TSG, they know that those two are going to stand out.
I don't feel like I can answer the question then.
Why?
Because, well, I can answer your second question because your second question was not like the first one. The first one was who was my favorite, and the second one you kind of switched it up and you was like, who was the best improved?
Well, okay, so take away favorite. Who was the most improved TSG member?
I have to say Zach. I have to say Zach simply because Zach was not a dancer. Was not a dancer, and to see Zach now, I'd be so excited. Honestly, with all my members, I can go down the list. I can't speak for nobody else, but me, I can go down the list. I know every dance I love, every last one of them to do. I know everybody's favorite dance, and I know every dance that I love to see them do. I can do everybody in the group just like that because I pay attention. So for me, it's not just a group. They're my people. So I pay attention to stuff. I pay attention what they love, what dance they love, their favorite dance, I was in the third. Like I pay attention. And if I'm able to record, I'm gonna record every last one of them. And I am gonna answer favorite. It's gonna be Sassy K. Because that's my trail ride daughter. No. And if you ever pay attention to us, she dance just like me. If she see me doing something that she ain't did before, I promise you that next one she gonna do.
Just seen a video, y'all was on the stage, and it was just like you did a spin, and she looked at you. She went to dancing on that same part at that same exact moment. She did a spin. I was like, no, look at her now.
That's my girl. But I love all my members, and all my members got their own flavor, their own style, and they all do their bit.
You got some. And then when you really think about it, if you think about it and look at the group, you'll think that it wouldn't mash as well as it. I've been there a few times. I just be saying, I be like, look at these people. All y'all got the same passion for it, so it's just fun and it's inspiring to watch. It just blossom and become so big so fast. So for that, I do want to give you your flowers because you did that. You ate that.
It did just out of nowhere.
It did.
Like it's out of nowhere.
So we all know who are close to you that
get my Vaseline.
Trail riding has become an outlet for you. You recently experienced a really major loss in your life, which was your granddad. I know how special your granddad was. Your granddad was more so a father than a grandfather, actually. So can you just give us, how has it been since you laid him to rest?
It's been one of the toughest things that I have ever had to deal with. I don't know. Never experienced this ever in my life. I'm not the emotional type of person. Like I'm the type of person that if you came to me crying,
trust me,
I'm gonna be like, why you crying? That's me. Something can happen to me and I'm just there. I don't really show emotions. Baby, these people is doing, put it on do not disturb. Gotta do it. I'm just not the emotional type. And I do blame my childhood because I was abused as a child. I went cold after that. So it's like emotion thing, it's a no for me. But dealing with this and people knowing it's so different because for me, I could be feeling something, I could be so down, but only I would know that because I'm not telling nobody else because I'm still gonna work, still gonna laugh, I'm still gonna kiki, I'm still gonna ha ha. But on the rise home and by myself, I'm always thinking and all of that, whatever. But this time with this, it was in the open. Like people knew that I was hurt and people knew what I was feeling because I couldn't help but to say something about it. Or if anybody knew me for real or know me, they know. But when it came to my granddaddy, I don't play like that. Like it was that's the person that raised me. That's the father figure that I had as a father. My father was in my life, but my granddaddy, that was my daddy. Like, we get in trouble at school, he coming. Need to know something, learn something, I'm learning it from him. Stuff that I know how to do like little 1-2s on the vehicle and stuff like that, put stuff together. I carry my own toolbox. All that came from him. So knowing that all my life, to lose that, it was like, nah, this crazy. My emotions, like, well, I say to this day, like now, I think I'm more in control. But in the beginning, for a long time, it just was a never ending battle. Like now, every now and then, it still hit me. But that, I don't know. That was the worst. I mean, the worst. And I couldn't control it. And it was like I didn't know how to cope with it and deal with it for real. And with that, I learned a lot of stuff from a lot of people. And for me, I don't expect nothing from nobody. I learned that a long time ago. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm saying it out of love and not out of any shady or however case may be. But I never expect anything from anybody, and I got that mentality from my own friends. Because as you know, I do hair, and I've been doing hair for a long time, and I wasn't fully supported by my friend circle. And at a point in time, it was like I was begging basically to get that support, and all I asked for was like a share, a like or something like that, just to make me feel like you support. I didn't get that. And even after begging, I still wasn't getting that. And that's when I became cool with Cantrell. And off the bat, Cantrell shared my stuff. He liked my stuff. He commented. All that. And it's just like, this person that I was just at odds with, that I just got cool with, doing all this, and it's like I can't even get this from. But like I said, I got to a point I was just like, what?
When you say it's the conversation, I told myself that we was gonna keep it 100% no matter what. So when you say your group of friends, you are referring to uh the original three or the original four?
The original four.
Original four. Okay, so that would be myself, Calvin, and Aaron.
Right.
Okay. Friendship wise, back then, I have already apologized to you privately about my actions in some of those situations because as we sit back and we grow up, we realize, hey, that wasn't right. Or, I didn't like that I did that. Publicly, I'm going to apologize for my part in that because even though we wasn't as close as we are now, we were still a group of friends. And some of the things that we did, some of the things that we said shouldn't have been said, but we was kids and trying to find ourselves. So for speaking only for myself, because I can't speak for the other three or two, because you said the original four. I can't speak for the other two, but for myself, I can apologize for me. So, because baby, it was some messy stuff back there, y'all. Stuff was crazy, but we made it. We made it. Us two making it is the
It's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, we had a conversation, and when we had that conversation, I can't remember exactly when we had a conversation, but it was me, Calvin, and Aaron, and we had me personally, I feel like it was a great conversation because I was able to actually speak. Because me personally, I feel like I have allowed so much and said so little. Because for me, I don't really like to argue for real. Like play, I could go in. We can have a ball with that, but in all seriousness, I don't want to argue about something that I feel like we can have a conversation about. So certain things like I didn't even argue when I should have argued. But I just didn't care to because that's just something that I just wasn't into. Because why are we yelling at each other when we can just simply have a conversation and just get it over with? And we can either agree on it or disagree on it. So for me, I wasn't doing that. And however, wherever, I allow certain things certain stories to be switched up to make it seem like it was me when it wasn't me. But you know how some people can get mad and they just get to saying stuff and not realizing that they were the ones that said it. Me personally, is the friend circle was a challenge anyway, and I loved it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I loved it.
I love our friend group from year. I feel like our best time was year 2017 to 2019. I feel like that was the best time for us.
What was happening around that time?
Was when after Blanton, that's when we was really, really heavy into Tallahassee, Roxy, and Jacksonville.
Yeah, because we didn't know nothing about Atlanta.
Yeah, we didn't know nothing about that
That
yet.
we parted in Florida. Out to Tallahassee for sure.
Tallahassee.
Jacksonville too.
Yeah, that was the best time for our group. I
Just
love that.
anytime where we started going out there, and from there on, everything was
It's great.
everything.
Moving on. So after your granddad passed, okay, so after your granddad passed, a private situation that really should have been kept off the internet, how I feel about it, came out on the internet, and you was already going through a lot. Everyone on the inside knew that Malik wasn't Malik. We knew granddad had just passed. It was already what your auntie was like 6 months before that, and then somebody else was right before that.
It went from my great grandma to my uncle, then my auntie, then my granddad.
Yeah, all that happened I want to say within a year. I know at least the last two was within a year. So I knew anybody who was close to you knew that you was going through a lot. So when that situation came out as well, I feel as though it added unnecessary drama to the situation simply because it could have been handled off the internet. How did you process and how did you move forward with that? Not only healing yourself personally, but also in your marriage.
It was a lot. And I want to say it was a lot because it felt like set up.
I really do feel like he tried to play you.
Like it just gave set of vibes because it was never nothing. It was entertainment, and it just was so strange. And I didn't entertain it because it wasn't no need. Yeah, it happened. It was just like I don't know. It was weird. And it was like I'm so vulnerable right now. It's anything. I didn't need that. I didn't need nothing extra on what I was already going through anyway. And I just felt like right then it was just like, what? Like this can't be happening. Like mentally, I'm talking about I have been checked out. I feel like I'm good now, but mentally right then I was so checked out that I just didn't know. I really didn't know. It was like so much on the back end, and then like with all of that, everything was just so strange and weird. Like how everything was going, it was just so weird and strange. And it was just like, if somebody like, at that point, I really felt like people were messing with me.
Okay, yeah. I was going to get to that.
I felt like people were constantly trying to get me there. That was, whether they knew it or not, I was on edge.
I don't know if he want me to say this, but I apologize in advance if you don't. But I remember him telling me that after that night, y'all had a conversation in the car, and you told him that you felt as though he didn't like you.
Yeah.
So it was a lot going on right there in your head.
Yeah.
It was a lot going on. So I know that you guys had a conversation, and obviously you guys did the work because, like I told him, a lot of people had counted y'all out. A lot of people was like, well, that's it for the men. I know we had friends and people we thought that was, ride or dies that had so much to say, negative stuff. And I just want to tell, like I told him, I'm going to tell you both, I'm so proud of y'all because I see the inside. I'm not the outside looking in. I actually see what's going on. I see y'all go through these changes, and y'all been together. Y'all been married 8 years, but been together 10, correct? That's a decade. People can't be together that long and not have a hiccup. Yes, y'all hiccup was a major hiccup, but married couples go through things and y'all made it through. So,
like you said on the last episode, well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be the last episode. It was his, okay, but on his episode, he even said himself, it's not the first thing that we done been through. It's
this
like
is the first public thing.
Yeah, this just the public though. We've been through some things, like we have, and with all of this going on, it needed to happen because there were some things that I ain't gonna tell y'all, of course, but some things that we needed to talk about, and we was able to have that conversation, and it went from there. People saying this and saying that, feeling like this, like that. We see y'all. We see who there. We seen. We watch. we've heard, we've been told.
Yeah.
We laughed at y'all.
I do want to say a lot of people had a lot of conversations because one soul asked me about that situation. One soul, he called while we were in the room. He know how he felt about it, and it's just amazing that people could just say certain things that they don't know what's going on. Like, yes, it happened. Mind your business.
Stop it, 'cause I want to turn that camera.
Like I said, y'all been married 8 years. You guys are probably the only gay couple that I know that has been married personally this long. So, like I told him, basically you guys are like pioneers for our community, especially for the LGBT, because not only are y'all sort of like a power couple, because when Contrell is when I say business wise and you're in your bag, y'all are a power couple. And a lot of people don't see it, but y'all raised the bar for only not just your set of friends, but for the community as well. Because y'all set an example, business wise, relationship wise, friends wise. I know so because I'm a friend. I've seen the relationship, I've seen the business aspect on both sides.
But got to get a little messy. They feel like Cantrell do it. But I'm just saying it out loud again for the people that does feel like that.
I don't see how they can feel like, because he corrected me when I said that when y'all got together, how you look. He said no, he was already that. I just enhanced it. So therefore, it's not just you. It's not just him. It's a collective, because he pushed you and you push him. So
they gonna get to it.
Yeah, y'all gonna get to it. I have never seen y'all say anything or plan anything and y'all not do it within, I want to say within a month or so. The foundation is already laid. I mean, y'all move fast, like the car, a day. I think I'm gonna get another car. I think you should. A week later, it's a car.
Like, and all how that was so, because at the point I know I had spent not $1,000. I know I spent over $1,000 within 2 weeks. No, get my truck seen about, because it was something. It was always like within those 2 weeks, it was always something. I had to get my spark plugs changed twice, and when they found out what the actual problem was, it was because I can't think of what it was, but it was something, and I had to get that. And when I got that changed, I had to get my spark plugs changed again because those had went out because it was a misfire or something like that with my engine. So all that going on, I was just so aggravated. And he was like, I don't understand why you just want to go ahead and get a new car. And I was like, I do need one. I don't want to be dealing with two payments. I was literally looking. I was on CarMax looking. When he said it, on there looking, I had got pre-qualified and everything, and I had found a car that same night. Like, I literally did the whole application, the financing. I did everything that night. Like, I ain't have to really do nothing. But the only problem came in was the car that I was originally getting. When I was finna go pick it up, it wouldn't. So literally, when I was finna get on the highway to head there to go get the car, it wouldn't crank. So whole time I'm trying to figure out like what we finna do. So I had to end up finding the car. They end up paying for the delivery, whatever car I wanted to get and wherever I wanted to get it delivered from, they was paying for it. So I was like, okay, we can do that. I wanted that car, but it was it was a touring, but I think it was a 17. It was like Sierras, but it was a more updated. But because that car, you would think it's like in the 2020s or something, and it's a 2018, and it has way more features than I thought.
So, we are big OG bar. Yeah. What is your take on her stand in life?
What about it?
How do you feel? Nothing.
Nothing.
That's still mother.
That's still mother. Let me tell you something. I don't care what Nikki do or how she do it. I don't care. I don't care what Nikki do or how Nikki do it. I'm still gonna be a barber and I'm gonna stay a barber. I love Nikki. I'm gonna forever love Nikki. Why? Because at the end of the day, if you are a smart bar, as she would say, if you are a smart bar, the way Nikki moves a certain way and she's smart about it. She do things that's gonna benefit her. She's not how people can look at stuff, they don't think. Like Nikki playing all this stuff out and she know exactly what she's doing. Just like how everybody's so mad about her and Trump thing, but before we even get to that, hold on, wait. I
know where you gonna go.
Before we even get to that, anything that Onika Rashpetty does, y'all are gonna be in a frenzy. Anything anybody else do, y'all act like it's not even happening. But anything that she does, like everybody gonna be in a frenzy. I mean, everybody's gonna be in a frenzy. Like every single time they're gonna be in a frenzy. But everybody else can do everything else. But y'all act like I don't see it.
Now my whole thing, everyone's mad about saying she's transphobic. No, she's not, because she didn't say anything. And me personally love trans. Everybody knows that. She said, "Let boys be boys and let girls be girls." If you're over the age of 18 at that point in time, you are a young adult, you are a young woman, or a young. So the conversation that they was having at that time was having trans sex change. And what she said, people took it and they ran with it, made this, that, and third. And people ask me all the time, how can you still listen to her and be part of that community? Because she wasn't talking about it.
And honestly, I didn't even watch it. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't watch it. Me personally, I don't think it's that deep because it is the truth, you know.
So, like I said, we are OG Barbs. So I'm going to give you some songs. They are going to be from the favorite one out of the bunch, all right? So the first two, Moment for Life, first, Save Me.
I'm gonna do Save Me because when I was going through a dark time, that was a song that helped. I love Moment for Life. Love Moment. Everything. This is a moment. Save Me just run a little deeper. So on the deeper end, it's gonna be Save Me. Like a Moment for Life.
Okay, so Save Me or Freedom?
No, don't do that.
I got to. You got to choose.
I can't.
You got to choose.
I can't do that because they don't. No, I can't do that.
You got to
I'm
pick
have.
one.
I can't do that.
You got to
I
pick
can't
one.
do.
You can't leave
I
it.
can't do that.
You got to pick
I
one.
can't do that.
One got one got
Save
to
me
be
freedom. Save me freedom. That's what I'm picking. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
So
Save me freedom.
if you're in the car and you playing the song, which song would you play first? Save Me or Freedom?
Don't know. It depends on what I'm feeling. Because those two songs, they right there.
They are. Those some good songs.
They are right there. Like Save Me, I'm asking to be saved, and freedom, I'm free. So I done been saved.
So
Now
now
I'm
you
free.
free.
So
Oh my God.
it's Save Me Free. So if I had to pick if I had to pick which one that I would play first,
It's gonna be Freedom.
I say no. I say Save Me. Say because Save Me first, and then now I'm free.
Okay, so please save me with
But it's gonna be
Save Me don't got saved. Pink Friday 2 or the Pink Print? And you got
I don't know.
love is right there.
Both of them. She did something.
You got to give me one.
She did something with them. The way we played out Friday, Friday too, I did. Like
It was a great album.
it was so they just both get if I had to go if I that's hard. I'm sorry because
Well,
for
to
me they
answer the
both gave
question
the
for
same.
you, I can answer that question without a problem. It's forever going to be. I love Pink Friday too,
But
but
no.
the Pink Print was so personal and vulnerable for me.
Yeah, but you didn't get to enjoy PF2.
I didn't get to enjoy the release. That hurt me. I missed the tour and I missed the release.
So I think you're gonna feel like that because you didn't go.
I know.
You didn't get the you didn't get the full.
I didn't get the full experience, but I still got the music. I still got to
No, you didn't
sit
get
down.
the, no. We're not gonna do because you got the full experience with the pink. You didn't get the full experience with the PF2.
But I still got the music. And I listened to it. Like Needle and Pink Friday Girl and Pink Friday and
I'm still saying no.
Press Play. I love those songs. But when it comes to the Pink Print from A to Mother Loving Z, that album is a no skip. Like Pink Friday 2, I'm gonna skip that I'm going to skip that song, that album. I don't.
Which one is it?
The reggae song, the Trinidad song. That's how much I know.
That's a hard one.
Versus The Weeknd. Drake versus.
Disclaimer, I love Drake. But it's gonna always be Onika because he played with me. Gotta go with Drake.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I know it's gonna be Nicki right on it.
Yeah.
So here we are. You're moving into a new direction, professionally, but personally. You guys announced that you was gonna have a child, as we seen what excites you the most about wanting to be a father?
I anybody anybody that I work with kids, them my kids. And like just any woman that I'm close to, like their kids are my kids. I love kids. I've always since I was in the seventh grade, wish I still had my notebook. The only two things that I wanted was G and a child, and I wanted a boy. I literally had names in that book, in that notebook, what names I wanted to do. One of them was like Kwame. That's the only thing I wanted. I never said that I wanted a relationship. I never said I wanted to be with someone. I just knew for a fact I wanted a G and a son. I don't care how I got it, when I got it, what I had to do to get it. I wanted a son.
So this year will be your fifth give back?
Yeah.
This will be your fifth year doing the give back. What started that? What inspired you to start doing the give back?
So I had started subbing. I can't remember what year that was I started subbing, but I started subbing.
That didn't last long.
That was on like 6. And to have to deal with kids, you have to be there at 7:45, and sometimes you're supposed to get out there like 3-ish. You can be there later than that. You have to be in there till the last. What? All this time? No, I wasn't doing that.
Shout out to the substitutes.
Being though in that school system, it was a lot. I knew I was because, like I said, I love kids, and baby, this generation, it ain't us. Like the stuff that they do, we would never things they would say. We would never say. We would be scared. This one kid, I'm not talking about almost all sparkle kids, but
this the Sparkle child.
yes, one of them. So he didn't inspire me to start the. I'm just talking about just how I made a difference in his life, basically. And when I did the subbing, like I said, I love kids. Like they weren't a bother to me. Like I had buns with them, whatever it may be, Barkley son, snappy, like that. Like he
get it from his mom.
It was 3 of them. It was him, Jay, something my tongue I can't get out, but it was them 3. All the teachers had them in a category, like they had them categorized. Like they was telling me about them before I even experienced them. So it was like you gotta watch out for them 3. Them 3 are terrible, and they gonna be in this class together, and they're a handful. Can't nobody do nothing with them. So watch them. They ain't want the teacher. I promise you, it was the teachers because in that school, you have to stand out the door and wait till all the kids are in, and then you go.
You at elementary school or?
It wasn't elementary. It was like middle because they changed it. So this 6th, 7th, 8th, but I was currently 6 doing 6th grade. So we just standing out there and literally they just telling me, and I'm like, I'm already irritated because it's like, why y'all even doing it? However, whatever. So I get in the class and it was one more, and he ended up being my favorite. By the way, I get in the class and I one of their names wrong, and they just my mind. And when I was subbing, if you get smart, you want to be funny, I'm getting funnier. You want to be mad, I'm going to be madder. He just was laughing. I said, well, what's funny? Like, I want to laugh too.
I want to eat too.
When I said the name wrong, he corrected me. No.
The other one.
The other one. Okay. And I was like, well, excuse me, you know how it was spelled. I couldn't get it. So I tried to move on. They just laughed. And I said, well, what's funny? I said, because I don't think that was funny. Sparkle was like, well, I did. So when I see you right on down to that principal office, you ain't going to be laughing but me. I'm going to find that funny. I said, thank you. Left it at that. And
that's Sparkle's son.
Yes, so from after that, like, it'd be a little 1-2. Mind you, I don't even know that this is her son. So back to the school stuff again because they asked me was I coming back, and she was like, are you coming back? I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? She was like, well, the last sub we had, she told us that she was never coming back, and she quit doing subbing, period. I said, oh, no, it's not that deep. You just got to level with them. Like, and it sounds weird to say that you got to level with a child, but this generation is different. You got to level with them. Get on their level. Yep. That's just what I was on when I was subbing. And I was going to get off that because y'all ain't finna think y'all finna control. This ain't what move. I control the room. So I went to the fair, and I seen Sparkle. I was like, I'm just talking to her because at the end of me and Sparkle, I have always
Moana.
been her. So I've been knowing her for a long time. So we just chatted. Spark. Everybody call her Sparkle. I call her Sparks. That was me. And I see Kate. I'm like, why he looking this way? Like he's scared or something. So I'm not putting two and two together. So I go back to the school, and he walked up to me and he was like, "How you know my mama?" I said, "Your mama? Who your mama?" And he was like, "Sparkle." I said, "That's your mama?" I said, "Oh, I've been knowing your for a long time." I said, "And you be acting like you be doing all this, and I know your mom?" No. So after I said, no, I'm gonna have a chat with her. Got to that classroom, I had already texted her. So he was doing something else in class that day, and everything he was doing, I'm reporting. He did. I said, "Kaden, why you playing? You act like I don't know your mama." I ain't talked to her already. I said, I already talked to her. He was like, "Huh? I thought you was gonna wait that." No, I'm talking to her now. I'm chasing her now. Because like even when we was kids, the teacher's not gonna tell you exactly what your kid doing. They gonna mix it and mingle it how they want to mix it. And I went ahead and told her ahead of time, look, they got your child in this category with these two other kids. And I told her all of it. I told her everything from the beginning to everything he was doing. He didn't think I was literally telling her everything. I literally right now. And she said, you better sit down and make sure you're doing your work. What he didn't know, and if you see this, if your mom showed it, I'm sorry.
She thought you up.
I did not.
Actually, you thought yourself up because
Yeah, he did.
He didn't know that was your mama. You told
He
on yourself.
did. She texted me and it's probably still in our messages. She was like, let him know I'll be waiting on. I did not tell him I did not want him because at the time, like, he needed it. So
And then you didn't warn him.
I didn't warn him. I did not tell him.
Sorry.
And my boy is superior honors now. I love it.
Spark, what you did to that child?
What a mother should have done.
And
she just did what was necessary. And superior honor. And I love that for him. I am so proud of him for that. Because it's not, sometimes, in those stages, in middle school stages, you really figuring yourself out. You don't really know. It was just, he was around the wrong crowd. And that's how that was. But like I said, superior honors, moving on. Now, what really inspired me was going to that school and seeing the kids' hair. Like, it's kids in there with like grass and stuff still in their head, hair just however, whatever. And it's just like, for me, it was just like, it's really no reason why nobody kids really should be like that. I know everybody can afford, to always be on that and stand on that. I was just like, I kind of want to do something. Like, I kind of want to do something, but, I don't know what to do. So there was this thing that was going on at Matt Wilson. I don't know if they still do it, but they were doing it from like, they were doing free hair, hot dogs and hamburgers, jumping stuff, and all of that. All things was everything was outside. It was literally only from either 10 to 2 or 11 to 2. And when I was there, I just felt like I didn't. Yes, I did. I think I did like 3 to 4 different kids, but it wasn't enough for me. So I did take like 2 or 3 kids home and did their hair, but it wasn't enough for me. So when I seen that I can do something like this, and I want to try it out and see where I go from there. So I did my first. Like I said, I kind of piggyback off of what they were doing. I just did it longer. And my first one, I didn't have like no time. I didn't even have like certain styles doing whatever. I just knew I wanted to do it. I didn't know what to do, like how to really do it. So my first one was really, when I did it, like the whole time, like I was just excited. Like every time I do it, I'm so happy because I'm doing something for the community that nobody else is really doing. Like here, yes, they did it at the school, but nobody else was. So like, I'm finna just really do it. So there were book bags full of supplies outside. We did free hairdos, free haircuts, free pizza, chips, and all of that. Like we did all of that, and we were just going. When I say this, I don't want to sound like I'm being shady, but it was like when I did it, it brought others to do it as well. And I don't ever want nobody to feel like I'm mad that they're doing it because I'm actually happy.
It takes someone to actually have the balls to do something. for someone else to like, hey, I could do it. Like with the podcast, I seen someone that I looked up to do a podcast, and I was like, okay. I always liked the radio. I always liked talking because, you know, when Bigo was real popular, I had my own little yeah on Bigo. So I was like, podcasting was easy because I love to talk, I love to listen, and I love having conversation. So when you first did it, I expected someone else to do it right behind you, and they did. But ain't nobody been as consistent as you. You have annual, and when you say annual, you mean annual, and it's been every year since the first.
And I'm not stopping.
And what's the date for it this year?
It is second. Fact check. It's August 2nd, 2026. First edition.
A stepper edition. What you mean? Y'all gonna be trail riding?
Absolutely. And I hope I will have like some. I went on my flight to get made. No, it's not gonna be him. It's actually gonna be DJ Nas. She reached out to me and she was like,
shout out Nas.
She wanted to do it, and when I talked to her and I gave her the date, she told me I got her every year. So shout out to you, DJ Nas, for that and coming to help me out. I really appreciate that. So she's gonna be on the sound. It's gonna be August 2nd, and it's on a Sunday. We call it all steppers and volunteers.
Now, when it comes to the stylist, are you gonna? I know you normally just let stylists just come, but this year are you gonna be more strict on your stylist? Hey, this is the time frame. Are you gonna select stylists? Because I think you had like an issue last year with one of the stylists.
Baby, it's always something like just bad. It's just it don't even really be the. Sometimes it be the.
Yeah.
I tend to realize to forget that for one, this is free, and you can't really come in and get exactly what you want, but something that looks good and is gonna last.
Right.
And I think that's where some people's problem be, that they be want to get something that they want and not realizing, hey, this is free. This stylist took off to be here. This stylist volunteered for free to give their time and to do this. When they could have said no and could have been making money off of their clients and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't think about that. It's that deep, but it's not that deep. So it really be that. I said my worst problem was the year that I didn't have the stylists that were in the group, and we were only 2 stylists, and people just one person came from the crowd and came. It was 2 stylists and 2 barbers.
Was that was the second or the first one?
The third. That
at the Legion?
Yeah, that was so stressful. That was so stressful because we had so many signed in, and that was before the doors even open.
Yeah, and then it was
breaking people. It was a lot. It was so hot that people would not stay out of our area. It was on us, standing over us, and it was just like it was too much, and we wanted to keep them out the way, but they would not stay out the way.
Yeah, and I think that was packed. That was a packed year. It was a lot of kids. I think most there was almost 200 kids.
There was 150 signed in before 9 o'clock.
I was like, dang.
That was just the beginning. Like, and we still had to do haircuts, all of that, just moving. But later on, like, we had more people coming in and helping us. Like, mothers that was in the crowd there, they just started coming in helping us, asking what could they do to help us. And we got to help them, but it had to build up. And the last one, it was a little bit more personal because my granddad had just really bad.
He did.
And I still went forward with doing it because I knew my granddad would have been so mad
if you would have canceled.
If I would have canceled that. And that was the same day as his view.
I remember.
To be exact.
There was a lot going on that day.
But we made it through. We got it done. But this year, we're going to have us time. We're going to be lit. And I'm going to still have something of my granddaddy in the little seat area beside me. And we're going to rock.
Right. Well, you guys, this has been a great episode. I have really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I got one more question before we leave. Who's your best friend?
The only one that I have.
People need to know a name. Oh, no. You can play.
Nah.
Yeah,
yeah. 2 can play that game.
No,
but this is my own. Yeah.
Well, you guys, this has been a great episode. That being said, the conversation is over.